erhalt short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport Information Juliet. 0833 Zulu. Wind 285 at 15. Visibility 10 miles on initial contact you have information. Scatter rate at 2400. Sailing for 2600 proben. Temperature 14. 2.09. QNH 1013. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 24 left, 24 right. Transition level 050. Readback erhalt short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport Information Juliet. 0833 Zulu. Wind 285 at 15. Visibility 10 miles or more. Rhein. Scatter rate at 2400. Sailing for 2600 proben. Temperature 14. 2.09. QNH 1013. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 24 left, 24 right. Transition level 050. Readback erhalt short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Juliet.
Okay, no, I haven't streamed for a while. If you watched any of my 737 videos, you know that I fly virtually on using Simbit World pilot's life to simulate like an airline job. And on the program I've flown for, I think maybe 3. Yeah, I have flown for 3 different airlines so far. Started off with Air New Guinea, and then I went to Fiji Airways, and I flew, I don't know, about maybe 30 plus flights for Bonza, and I applied for a job at Ryanair. Main reason being I wanted to fly like a shorter routes in Europe. When I first started playing Flight Simulator, most all flights have been in the USA, even though I can't remember too much now because my base was at San Francisco. And after that, because I live in Australia, I've flown around Australian cities so far, and so it's something different. I mean, hopefully I can see a lot of new areas, good looking scenics and stuff, so let's see how I go. This first flight on my schedule at Ryanair is from Berlin to Ibiza. It's, I think, an island famous for clubs in Spain. Only 54 miles route, so it's not that long. Yeah, just at the moment I'm sitting at, can't really remember what gate it is, but yeah, I'm standing at the gate at Berlin Airport, Brandenburg Airport apparently. So we'll get the aircraft going and we'll start the flight. These days on Beyond ATC, I am doing all my radio calls manually to practice my ATC calls in real life. So yeah, it's fun. Okay, I'll just turn on my battery power for my aircraft. I can enable the ground power, and turn on the smoking, no smoking, and seatbelt signs on. And we get the IRS alignments going. And also I can import my route from SimBrief on my EFB. Supporting, see, Ryanair 208 from Echo Delta Delta Bravo to Lima Echo India Bravo. Flying 738, we can switch to external view. Yep, Ryanair. I mean, if I can fly for Ryanair in real life, it would be like a dream come true. I know it's a low cost airline, probably doesn't have really good feedback from customers and stuff, but I mean, for me, I don't care as long as I can fly in a different place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can work in Europe because of the visa and stuff, but if I can get there, it would be a dream come true. Anyway, at least I can get my dreams fulfilled on the simulator. Okay, so RS position is aligned. I told you this takes quite a long time in real life, but on the simulator you can set it to be instantaneous. Anyway, and enter the positions. So all my displays are aligned, and I got the map. I'll just import the route from SimBrief. So our dual fuel weight is 133,000 pounds. We have nearly 22,000 pounds of fuel. Not sure whether that flight level is correct. Somehow when my flight get imported from SimBrief, the cruise altitude didn't line up a lot of times.
All aircraft be advised, information kilo now current, Kuenha 1013.
I think I've lost my SimBrief window, so I'll just bring it up again. Okay. Yeah, it's right. Flight level 330. Okay. So select route. I'm so used to saying route, but in Australia we say route. Yeah, if you can't import the waypoints automatically like this, you have to pretty much enter it manually, and it takes quite a while. Alright, so I'll put the route imported. Let's go to perfect in for takeoff using 5 degrees of flap. Or CG is 24.9%. What happened to here? Let's listen to 80s again. I didn't.
It's Omo. Fee close at 2400. Temperature 15. Dew point 10. QNH 1013. Rhein. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways to fore left, to fore right. Transition level 050. Readback all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport Information Kilo. 0903 Zulu. Wind 265 at 16. Visibility 10 miles or more. Fee clouds at 2400. Temperature 15. Dew point 10. QNH 1013. Rhein. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways to fore left, to fore right.
Okay, so we're using runway 24 left to 24 right, and QNH is already set at 1013. Listening to 80s in different countries with different accent reminds me of the aviation English language test. I mean, I myself, as a migrant, English not being the first language, also have an accent too. And it's fun listening to accents from different countries. Sometimes it's very challenging to understand. I heard someone saying like, one as one. Like at first I didn't understand it. I had to, and like more, and five, stuff like that. But I mean, if you keep listening to it, you can sort of figure out what they're trying to say. It all comes with experience, so it kind of helps a little bit. I'll just because I don't know what runway they're gonna assign me to, I'll just request IFR clearance first. Yeah. Berlin delivery Boeing company Boeing 738 Ryanair 208 with information killer, request IFR clearance to Ibiza.
Ryanair 208, Berlin delivery, information kilo correct. Expect runway 24 left, Logdo 3 November departure, initial climb to flight level 060. Squawk 3612.
Runway 240, logged in 3 November departure, squawk, climb to 6,000, squawk 3612, Ryanair 208.
Ryanair 208, readback correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for push or start.
121.705, Ryanair 208. Okay, so I've entered the squawk code in, and let's select the departure on the computer. Runway 24 left, load. This one. I want to look at the chart, get the proper name of the seat. Where is it? Yeah, the log 3 and departure. Okay, it's selected. Our initial altitude is 6,000. I think in Europe, because transition altitude is so low, even at 6,000 they call it flight level. I wonder what transition altitude is in Germany. Maybe my flight computer will tell me. Okay, that's done. Yeah, we've got to put the weights in. Transition altitude is 5,000. Okay, load. So, okay, execute. Let's go take off. Trims at 5.12. Let's set the trim. Yeah, somewhere there, 5.12. And my V1 is 146 knots, VR is 147 knots, V2 is 155 knots. So I'll set 175 in my speed selection, and runway 24 left, heading 244. So I have heading 244, and our initial altitude, flight level 60 is already entered. We have to turn on the yaw damper, fuel pump. Actually, before we do that, we have to start the APU. It's raining in Germany too. You can hear the rain. Okay, APU is coming alive. Just wait for this bus light to come on, so we can start using the APU for electricity. I haven't set this. I'll set it to 2000 flight level 330. I think that's about right. Destination altitude is 24 feet. So okay, flick these switches and change this to APU. Turn the bleed, APU bleed on. And packs, I'll just leave them off because we're gonna start the engine pretty soon anyway. What else we have to do? We have to turn on the flight directors on. Yeah. VNAV, LNAV armed. Auto brake is rejected takeoff. And so we're pretty much ready to start the engine. So before we start the engine, plan pushback. We're pretty close to runway 24 threshold. So I'll just get to set up pushback here. Okay. And what else have I done? Fuel pump is all coming on. window hit, I have to turn them on. Your damper is already on, MCP is all set, anti-ice, not gonna turn them on just yet. Flight altitude set, landing altitude is already set, FD is on, LNAV, VNAV armed, auto brake set, rejected takeoff. I think we are ready for pushback. I'll just get here, make sure everything gets disconnected. Alrighty. Berlin ground, Ryanair 208, request push and start.
Ryanair 208, Berlin ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Push and start approved, Ryanair 208, face east. The call sign is, I'm not used to the call sign yet because it's my first flight, Ryanair. Anyway, got the push approved, so we call the
cockpit to ground. Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. This is ground. Stand by.
we have to turn the anti-collision light on. PAC's already off.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Please set parking brakes. Please set parking brakes.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift. The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Lifting the aircraft. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
I don't know why repeating. Sometimes it repeats like 4 times. Gets
We are
quite
cleared for
annoying.
start and push. We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released. Parking brakes are
Commencing
released.
pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the
pushback.
sequence.
You can start the engines
It will start in the sequence.
Okay, we're starting the left engine. Watch the N2 to come up above, go up above 25. Okay, and then we turn the fuel selector on. N1 is increasing, EGT is also increasing. Wait till it stabilizes. Okay, start the right engine. (22, 23, 24). Okay, fuels in. Wait for this switch to flick to off position. Looks like our pushback is getting completed. I've turned off all the AI traffic because apparently it causes flight simulator to crash. So all that other aircraft must be other people flying.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Clear it to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, so pushback truck is getting disconnected. We change to aircraft engine generator. We can turn the APU off, turn APU bleed off. We can turn on the packs on and flick this switch to Gen 1. And isolation valve is here. We can turn this one off, auto. This is the isolation. Yep. So isolation valve is auto. Probe heat, we can turn them on. Flaps we can set to 5 degrees. Trim's already been set, 5.12. And we'll test the controls. It's all good. So and we request taxi clearance. Ryanair 208 request taxi to runway. Okay, and then
Ryanair 208, runway 24 left, taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Mike 9er.
runway 24 left, taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Mike 9er. Ryanair 208.
Negative, taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Mike 9er.
Taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Mike 9er. Ryanair 208. Sometimes the... Okay, let me fire up the VR and see you in the cockpit. Okay, my VR headset is playing up. I'm not seeing anything. What is going on? Just bear with me for a sec. I know you get the Okay, there it goes. Yep. Alright, okay, I got the VR working. And I can see the chat screen being so far away from my view. I just gotta readjust it. And okay, somewhere there will do. Like this, yep. And it can come up forward a little bit. Yeah, I go through a lot of trouble setting this screen up. Hopefully some of you might type something in the chat screen. Anyway, I'm happy for it to be there. Let me get the airport diagram, and also I need to get my Beyond ATC screen somewhere. Yep, there you are. Okay, can sit there. So I was cleared to taxi Charlie Bravo and Mike Niner. Let's figure out where that is. Airport. Airport. Okay, enlarge it. Yeah, basically, yeah, we'll just go straight ahead, and then the last holding point. Alright, parking brakes off. Speed brake. Can see something in the sky. I wonder what that is. And I can also see a lot of aircraft on the ground. It must be, I don't know what time it is in Germany. It will be something like early in the morning. Some people are keen. That looks like some kind of bug with the simulator to have anything. Or is it a flag? Do they have like a skate park there? There was some weird stuff. Yeah, because I haven't installed any of the special scenery for any of the areas that I fly. I've only got it like for some places in Australia. And I'm not gonna download all the sceneries. I don't don't really care about the airport sceneries. Yeah, this looks like something buggy, or maybe some kind of feature. Yeah. It's like a kite flying. Anyways,
Ryanair 208, contact Berlin Tower 118.805.
118.805, Ryanair 208. Okay, we're at the holding point, Mike 9er. We turn on position light to strobe, and we turn the landing lights on. Why is the hydraulic pump not on? Everything else looks okay. So flight director's already been on. We can auto arm the auto throttle. Flap set, trim set. The auto brake is also set. We turn transponder on and get the timer running. Yep, so I'm pretty much ready for takeoff. Get my co-pilot's FMC configured. Okay, his one's on the legs. Yeah, everything looks good. Before takeoff checks complete, I would say. I don't have the proper checklist. Anyway, let's talk to tower. Berlin Tower, company Boeing 738, Ryanair 208, holding point Mike 9er, runway 25 left, ready for departure.
Ryanair 208, Berlin Tower, wind 265 at 16, runway 24 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 left, is it 25 left? Clear for takeoff, Ryanair 208. It's 24. It says the scenery says
All
24.
aircraft be advised information Lima now current, QNH1013.
Scenery says 245. Yeah, it's 24. It says 24 on the chart, so the scenery is wrong. Anyway, okay. Alright, we're rolling. Static RPM, T's and P's in the green. Air speed is alive. 80 knots, and V1 coming up.
V1.
Okay. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Must be some kind, no, struggling to stay on set line. Okay, I have to turn left anyway. Gotta watch for the pitch, not to go over 20, then I lose experience points.
Ryanair 208, contact Bremen radar 120.63.
120.63, Ryanair 208. Bremen radar, Ryanair 208, passing 3,500.
Ryanair 208, Bremen radar, identified. Climb to flight level 160.
Climb to flight level 160, Ryanair 208. Okay. I have to reduce speed because I have to stay on below 250 knots under 10,000. So I can either decrease engine power or pitch my nose up so we can climb faster. Anyway, so many things to do because transition altitude is so low. I got clearance to flight level 160, so change that in the MCP. Anything is I have to turn it slowly so it stays under control. There's 160. Maintaining 220 knots, it's good on the track. Maybe at this time I'll just turn the autopilot on. Didn't even get to see the Berlin city already in the country. Oh, a lot of windmills. And let's see the route map. Okay, might lose some experience point. I was meant to turn this off before 10,000. My cruise is flight level 330. Is it 330? I'm flying westly, so it has to be a even number. Yeah, I don't know why I got 330. Has to be an even number. Anyway, let's see what ATC gives me. For the time being, I'll just put in 340 here. It must be a planning error.
Ryanair 208, contact Bremen radar 125.8.
125.8, goodbye.
Negative, Bremen radar on
Negative.
125.8.
125.8, Ryanair 208. Bremen radar Ryanair 208, passing flight level 146 for flight level 160.
Ryanair 208, Bremen radar, identified. Climb to flight level 330.
climb to flight level 330, Ryanair 208. Okay. Stop, keep climbing. Okay, I got the altitude set in the MCP. I don't know if my track's gonna change, but let's have a look. Ah, yeah. Yep. Still looks like I'm always southwesterly. Anyway, we're climbing. So once we climb to flight level 330, we can request to change the altitude. Alright, since I've got the clearance to climb to my cruise altitude, I'll just use a bit of time compression and get there faster. I'm sure a lot of things happening in real life flight. On the simulator, because nothing really ever goes wrong. It's so boring during the cruise. Sometimes I fall asleep. Sometimes I'll be just watching YouTube on another screen. Even with the quadruple time compression, flight takes between 1 to 2 hours. I think this one might also take about 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. We'll see how we go. We nearly climbed up to the cruise level, and I can see we just turned like 60 degrees, and now we're flying north, southeast. So flight level 330 is correct for us now. But I think it will change again. I wonder what magnetic variation is around here, maybe close to 0. Let's have a look, because they are close to the London. Where did they say? I don't even mention anywhere.
Ryanair 208. Contact Langen Radar 127.6. Have a good day.
127.6 Ryanair 208. Langen Radar Ryanair 208 is with you at flight level 330.
Ryanair 208, Langen radar identified.
Yeah, I mean this chart doesn't show, but since it's 13.5 degrees east, and yeah, so I think barely nothing. LMT would be what, times 4, so close to like an hour faster than the UTC. I think we still, maybe we just came into another country, or could still be in Germany airspace. Or they could be using, I don't know, if they share any letters with another country. I would believe all Germany use Echo, which means I'm still flying in the German airspace. I'm not really good with geography around Europe. I imagine, because I took off from Berlin. I know down here is like Austria somewhere. Yeah, because I had a flight from Innsbruck to Gatwick earlier, so I know this is Austria. Looks like there's a couple of small countries there. Maybe I can look up what something's going on. Somehow everything's so laggy. I'm kind of getting scared that my flight simulator might crash. There goes another airplane. Oh, yeah, there's another airplane ahead of me. He made some moves. Oh, disappeared. Just like that, it disappeared. I'm just gonna switch back to the screen mode. I want to look at some maps, learn the geography of Europe. Okay, so Germany, and there's a Luxembourg, France, Switzerland. In between Germany and Monaco, there's a Switzerland. So I'll be passing I'm about to leave German airspace into Switzerland, and I'll be flying over Monaco, then Mediterranean Sea into islands of Spain. It'd be nice to go here, like in the real world, have a holiday.
Traffic.
Traffic.
Ryanair 208, contact Zurich radar 126.225. Have a good day.
126.225, Ryanair 208. Zurich radar, Ryanair 208, flight level 330. I might turn on the auto respond for ATC as well.
Ryanair 208, Zurich radar, radar contact.
Okay. So I'll just turn the automatic ATC. Turning a lot, so many times it's turning. Like, it doesn't happen on a Australian, the domestic route. Most of the time you fly straight.
Ryanair 208, contact Geneva radar 125.55.
125.55.
Contact Geneva radar 125.55, Ryanair 208. Geneva radar, Ryanair 208, flight level 330.
Ryanair 208, Geneva radar, radar contact.
my god, what? What's going
Ryanair
on?
208, you were assigned flight level 330.
What?
I show you at flight level 313. Climb to flight level 330.
There goes my first
Wilco,
flight.
climb to
I
flight
don't know
level
what happened
330,
there.
Ryanair 208.
I was just switching views and it just started doing spiral dive. Oh my god. Never happened to me before. Oh, actually, I never hardly switched to external view anyway. So there goes my flight. I suppose I have to start over. That's really pain in the butt. Yeah, I really don't know what happened. It never happened to me before, so I'm quite surprised that it happened. Anyway, not the pretty ending that I wanted to see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe stop the stream, have dinner, because I have to yeah, start over, or I just want to load up, see the area. Just show you how my destination looked. Just like, I mean, I can't believe what happened then. It's another, maybe sometimes when you use time compression, the simulator goes crazy. But okay, so 110, can use runway 06, or just slide out runway 06. star was meant to fly was for November. I'll load that up. Yep. I can fly from the start of the star. Let me have a look at the chart. Their star is like weird. You have to fly in like a rectangular pattern, zigzag. Yeah, I think I can show you this one. Yeah, so basically that's the star you meant to fly, or this funny zigzag pattern. Yeah, since it bombed out, I'm just gonna maybe take off from the destination airport, get airborne, and fly as if I'm approaching the destination from my normal flight. So I'll just quickly, everything's set for takeoff. Yeah, all looks good. Turn on the landing light, all the lights. Good. Turn the transponder. Leave it at 1, 2, 3, 4. Traffic TFC on. And alright, let's get airborne. I haven't got the speed set in the computer, so I'll just 150, rotate. And gears going up. Let's climb to 10,000 feet and fly towards the POS waypoint. It's meant to be the start of my star. Start retracting the flaps. Just turn on the LEIB. if I can turn on the VNAV as well. Retract the flaps. The speed hasn't been set. No. It's gotta be 250 at flight level 100. Yeah, so that's set. Can't, for some reason I can't do VNAV, so maybe I have to change the cruise to flight level 100. Let me just set the speed. Wow, that posting is like 80 miles away. Maybe I shouldn't fly all the way out there. Too far. I'll fly towards it, and once we get past this waypoint called Mike Juliet Victor, we'll do a 180 degrees and do the approach. Yep, unfortunately there won't be any ATC for the return flight. We're still about 15 nautical miles. So it's Polensa 4 November. Flying 02028 radio. MJ Mike Juliet Victor is a VOR. I have to be above 4,500 feet there. And it's still like 50 miles away from the first waypoint. Yeah, so I don't think I need to fly all the way back to those VORs. I can pretty much turn any time and fly towards this Nelux waypoint, maximum 220 knots and above 4,500. Let me just slow down first. Sometimes this flight's marked up, so I'm gonna lose unless I start over. I'm gonna lose a lot of experience points for this flight. But, yeah, I think it's a good time. It's good time to turn back, turn 180 degrees. And we can slowly start descending to 4,500 feet. This buffeting on Boeing really gets annoying sometimes. I'm sure never meant to be happen, but what is it doing? It's climbing up, stupid bloody bugger. Sometimes its autopilot thing is sometimes really stupid. Yep, so I have 21 nautical miles go to the start of this, the weird zigzag pattern I have to fly in to land. So yeah, I'll just get my aircraft to slow down 20 nautical miles, and I have to lose 6,000, so I have to descend a lot faster than this. Stupid computer, what are you doing? Maybe I have to get the speed brake on and extend flaps so the speed doesn't go up too much. I think good rule of thumb is you need 10 miles to lose about 3,000. So I mean, seems okay. I have 15 miles to go and I have to lose 3,500. So yep, I'll just decrease my vertical speed. It will help with the speed. So maximum speed is 220 and I gotta be at 210 when I finish the pattern. So I'll just set 210. I'm meant to be flying to Bathurst tomorrow morning in real life. I really hope the weather is good for the flight so it doesn't get cancelled. I think I haven't flown for nearly 2 weeks now and really looking forward to the flight tomorrow if it happens. Alrighty, nearly getting close to the I wonder why they had to create a star like this. It's like the airport is right at the coastline of the island. You could have just done the straight in approach from the one of the VORs. Maybe the height they had to lose was too much for the distance they have. That would be the only reason they would do anything like this. Yeah, but the thing is, at the start I have to be above 4,500 feet, and at the end I have to be above 3,000. Above the 3,000 feet. Yeah, so I can only lose 1,500 doing this weird pattern. Yeah, VNAV is for some reason not working for me. I can pretty much start descending straight away. Just set the vertical speed like 700, 800 ish. Leave the speed at 210 knots. Landing light is on. Everything's kind of ready. I can maybe reduce the descent rate 500 per minute will be more than enough, I think. This is like a long way. How far is 8, 16, 20, 30 nautical miles? So that's a long way. The airport is like on my 1 o'clock maybe, or is it on? Yeah, 1 o'clock. We can watch the autopilot doing its wonders. Sometimes it's amazing how it turns like 90 degrees and everything stays the same, constant throughout the whole turn. Yeah, when I first saw these flight computers, I was amazed by this vector line that it shows during turn. Like it shows the curved lines, like when you can join the track and stuff. Now look, see, the curve is getting like, makes a like a perfect curve to match the track you have to follow. It's amazing. The technology is amazing. See, now it's getting straightened up. I'm already down at 3000, so I have to fly the whole pattern at 3000 level flight. There's other planes on here. Gotta fly another 4 nautical miles this way, and then we're gonna turn left 90 degrees pretty much. I can't see any other airplane in the same approach. It gets quite boring without ATC and all that stuff. Yep. Turn 90 degrees and then fly 3 nautical miles that way and turn another left 90 degrees again, maintaining 3000 feet. Another thing I like about flying for Ryanair is my schedule. I don't have to do the return flight. With Vonja, I had to fly all return flights. So if I start from Melbourne to Gold Coast, I have to fly from Gold Coast to Melbourne before going on to another destination. But this one, because they have so many destinations around Europe everywhere, I can pretty much just keep going to different places. I don't know what is next, but I'm not going back to Berlin. That's like the best part of flying for Ryanair, I suppose. Okay, well, the approach point is coming up. I can't really see the runway, but my guess is I should be lined up with the runway. It's a bit hazy because of the cloud. As soon as I have the visual to the runway, I'll fly manually, but I think we need to start descending. Not holding 1,000, 3,000 more. Start descending. We can also, I can turn the auto throttle off because I won't need to slow down. It's still 6 actually. I'm still 6 miles away and I have to maintain 3,000, so I'll just go back to 3,000. I can change the speed to 180-ish. Yeah, this stupid computer is so slow. You just apply full throttle straight away. Sometimes it gets really annoying. Yep, I'm meant to be like 11 miles away from the threshold. Let me put the landing gear down. Yep, I'll disconnect the auto throttle, disconnect the autopilot. I have the runway inside. Apply flaps 10 degrees. Can I set PREF speed? Maybe I can. Oh, haven't got the rate for it. Don't worry about it, I don't need it. Beautiful island. Might do some GA VFR flight around the island. Ah, I'm flying with a tailwind.
One thousand.
Getting a bit low.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20.
I could have applied the manual brake a bit earlier so I could get out. But I thought I was gonna slow down enough, but I think, yeah, there's a taxiway there, so retractor flaps and spoiler. Can turn the transponder to standby. We can also turn off the landing light and switch the position light to steady. We can start the APU. Hey, there's another. Yeah. Oh, disappeared. On the computer, we just go through. Not like real time. Obviously, I don't know. I landed with a tailwind, so the other guy was coming to the runway to take off. Okay, so this is taxiway Tango and runway is 06. The taxiway numbers are different to what I got on the chart. That one was meant to be Echo 8, but it was showing Charlie in the scenery. So, yeah. Maybe I'll find a lot of bugs like this if I fly around Europe. I mean, the flight sim came out like 4 years ago. You know, maybe if I download the custom scenery for the airport, it'll be correct. Maybe I will do that. I don't know. Maybe when I fly out of Ibiza, I'll try see if I can find the airport scenery. Because my chart is up to date. But it's totally, the numbers are totally different. See, that one I meant to turn left, that's Golf 1 on the chart. And it's showing as Charlie on the scenery. So none of this lined up. Taxiway to my right is meant to be Echo 6. Anyways, okay. In the morning I was watching traffic on ground at Sydney International, listening to ATC for the clearance delivery and ground. It was fun. This is like a parking here. I wanted to go towards that gate, but my taxi line is like discontinued. Maybe I was meant to, they're pushing back, and to follow another taxi line. Anyway, I can turn the lights off. APU is on, so we can switch APU power. I don't have a line for this gate, maybe. It doesn't matter. We'll just pull in and stop. Yeah, there's a line for in between, but nothing for this. Yeah, anyway, like something weird happened for my first flight at Ryanair. Yeah, obviously that's not something that's gonna happen in real life. But I'm at the destination and I'm about to shut down the engines. Yeah, I think I'll be flying for Ryanair quite a while until I fly to most of the destinations around Europe to see something different. Even if I get an offer from another airline, maybe I'll stay here for a while. And if I get sick of flying in Europe, maybe I'll go back to North America or somewhere like Singapore and fly long international routes. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time I stream. Okay, have fun.